All right, hey everyone, welcome to this video. So today what I want to go through is how we built a $16 million ecom business using a product building formula, which I'll share with you today. And so the purpose of this is really, by the end, you have a really clear understanding of the best method and strategy to go away and create a business. And for those that already have businesses, then I hope it'll actually give you some clarity about if you're struggling, where to go and improve and to think about, or to obviously progress forwards and what to actually focus on. Because this strategy never really goes away. Obviously, it's really, really helpful in the very beginning of starting your business, but it's really good to reflect on and use as you move forward in your business as well. And so we used this method when we began. We now turn over anywhere between 300 to 500K a month in our ecom business, a cold pressed juice business. And we on the side of that, now that we've basically systemized everything in there, we now actually mentor and help other ecom brands with their scale. So if you're serious about your growth, jump in below, grab a time to have a chat, and hopefully we can help you out and get acquainted. And so let's jump into this video. So how we were able to build a $16 million company using this product building formula. So rule number one is to scratch your own itch. Now, what we mean by this is basically find something that you use yourself or you're passionate about yourself so that you can firstly have an idea of what you're actually creating, what you're building, and secondly, actually understand where it fits into your actual market. A big mistake that we see people make is that they go looking for what's going to make them the most money, the most profit in the shortest amount of time. However, the problem with that is most of the time they don't actually know what that market needs. They don't know who they're actually trying to help or what problems they actually face. And that just creates a really big disconnect between what they're providing to the market and what they actually want. And so by scratching your own itch, you understand yourself, which is the actual market. So in the beginning, you're a market of one. There's a guaranteed market of one. But the interesting thing is that it's pretty much guaranteed that there's going to be a whole lot more people like you. And so by finding a solution to a problem that you may have, by scratching your own itch, by improving upon a product, finding something that hasn't been thought of before, actually manufacturing something, you are creating a great opportunity to serve your market and serve it well. Another thing about this is that it actually becomes a sustainable business, because you're solving a problem in the market that may have been there for a long time, but it gives you the opportunity to obviously evolve over the long term as well. That's number one. And number two is that you're actually interested in it. And so it won't just be a flash in the pan kind of thing. And it'll probably turn out that there's a lot more people interested in your product than you may first think. So for us, for example, cold pressed juice. Cold pressed juicing wasn't new, but we were happy to provide a service that was very labor and input intensive to a market that were craving that. We didn't understand that in the beginning, but we found the problem ourselves, that we were just like, gee, we wish someone could do this for us. We wish there was a service that provided exactly what we wanted here, which was a gap in the market for us. So that's rule number one. Scratch your own itch. Find something, a product, a service, a solution that you can't find anywhere else, that you can do better than anyone else, and start with that. What can you provide? And part two to that is niche down. Again, so once you've found scratch your own itch, find that niche market. Okay, so for us, cold pressed juice was everywhere, but we found a cleansing community. We found people that were doing juice cleansers themselves that just didn't want to, as I say, do the input. They used their juicer once and they've stuck it under the kitchen bench because it was too labor intensive, too hard. So we found that niche of people that were experienced and knew the value, physical and financial value, of actually buying a cold pressed juice cleanse from somebody else. So that was our niche, and it started super small, I promise you. But as the market began to take off, as our reputation began to take off, it got a lot easier, and this market suddenly exploded, and our business was known basically everywhere. And we get feedback all the time that, I've seen you here, I've seen you there, someone told me about you guys. And that's because we were serving a very specific purpose. Now, one thing I want to reiterate is that we came into the market with something completely different and was completely backward in that we saw in the market, right? And this is the concept around less than 5% fructose in every cleanse, in every juice. And what that meant was that we had no fruits in our juice at all, which was completely different, and still today is completely different from anybody else. You know, we were health benefits first, taste second, which is normally the other way around, right? Make it taste good, make sure, you know, don't disrupt anybody, don't offend anybody with the taste. And we were completely against that. And so we had to, firstly, we scratched our own itch by creating this. And then we found people who were exactly like us who knew the health benefits. So we niched down, right down. Like we had to dig really deep. And as I say, now it's kind of got legs of its own, and, you know, we're doing 300 to 500K a month. So find that niche, scratch your own itch, find that niche. And then number 3, prove the concept first before trying to leverage off something else, find a silver bullet somewhere else for the lack of sales that you might be experiencing. And so the example I use here is, once you've found your niche, getting continual runs on the board, being able to make sales without the aid of particularly paid ads, right? I'm probably referencing paid ads here a lot more than anything else. So before you look for something, if you're struggling with sales, you need to be able to prove the concept organically. Ads will only amplify what you've already got in your business. So if you're not getting sales, if you're struggling, then paid ads are going to just amplify that. Okay? You need to be able to prove your concept so that you can essentially know for a fact that you're going to get a really great return on your investment once you actually do put money in ads. We've seen this before where people don't have those foundations laid, and they say, okay, I just want to put a whole heap of money into ads to save my business, basically, to drive traffic. It's going to drive traffic, of course. It's going to serve impressions to the market, but it's not going to save you if you're currently not making sales. What will drive sales is that you have been scratching your own itch, you've found your niche market, and then you pour gas on the flame with paid ads to serve those impressions to the market. So there are 3 really crucial things about how we have personally built a $16 million ecom business. And they're 3 principles that you can use to either get going or enhance what you've already got, to really think of that bigger picture and long-term play. So I really hope that helps. And any questions, let me know, but see you in the next one.